Warning, this is my personal feelings on Portal 2. I have the right to my opinion, and so do you. This video review will contain spoilers, including, but not limited to, space travel, portal jumping, absence of cake, or destruction of giant hidden science facilities in the state of Kansas. Thank you, and enjoy. Hello everybody, and welcome to my Portal 2 review. Um, let's get started with the story. Obviously, you might want to do that. So, the general story. You are Shell, taken back into the Aperture Science facility after the party positioning robot takes you back in Portal 1. General story, you are trying to escape when you are awakened by a little bot of awesome named Wheatley. Quickly, the game shows you its wonderful physics with the throwing of the room left and right, and it wants to show you everything by the room is falling apart and look at everything. We are so good at making things. I know, yeah, it's kind of weird. And Wheatley, this character comes out of nowhere, insults you right away, might I ask. But Valve did this really well, how they were able to take a random character, any character, just plop them into a situation, and you instantly already get a feeling of who he is, a sarcastic jokester, etc. And then, like most people, well, like I did, I instantly loved him just by the way he talked, the way he acted around your character. Just character to character well, not conversations. Shell doesn't talk. Yeah. But, character to character interactions. And, well, later on, when you awaken GLaDOS for the first time, I found this really unnecessary, because Portal 1 was a excellent game. It was just a quick stocking stuffer to the orange box, which included Half-Life, which most people know, and TF2. While Portal wasn't meant to create this huge phenomenon that it became today to get its own sequel, let alone having the most annoying fan base in the world. If you even mention cake in an everyday world, I go to high school, and if I even mention cake, someone will yell, "That is a lie!" And I just want to punch him in the face. But sadly enough, there's no cake. And the companion cube, which everyone loves so much because you incinerate it, barely makes an appearance at all. It makes one appearance where GLaDOS just evaporates 3 or 4 right in front of you, just like they're nothing. And, well, new design, plushies, duh. But it's kind of weird how they just reintroduce something like that. I just dropped something. How they just reintroduce something like that without thinking other fan base like, oh my god, that is a treasured icon to us. And moving on from that, from the incineration of the companion cube 40,000 times, GLaDOS keeps up this dark humor, insulting you, calling you fat, adding a few zeros to a aerial faith plate. Yeah. And constantly, and I mean constantly, talking about you having no parents and the big surprise. I was disappointed. But the dark humor is really a really great storytelling device that Valve made up. Even though most of the time it has absolutely no relevance to the story, it just brightens up your day and makes the long treks of level transitions to make them feel a little bit better. And back to the quick update of the Portal storyline. It was really unneeded. Portal 1 was a great game. It was a magnificent game. And don't get me wrong, I love Portal 2. Portal 2, oh my god, I jizz every day. But the storyline could have stopped at Portal 1. Valve could have just said no sequel. What's done is done. We don't need you. But of course, money. Freaking money. Unfortunately, the fans got their way. Not really unfortunate, but it should have stopped, just like every other game. Currently, Dragon Age Origins could have stopped, but nope, it had to go on. Alright, now that I ranted about the story, let's talk about the graphics. It's a magnificent game. What do I have to tell you? It's next-gen graphics. We are so close to perfection, real-life graphics in a video game, that there's nothing really to talk about graphics in a game anymore. Especially in a realistic one like this. But the one complaint I really had was in the level transitions that you had to do in the underground. Yeah, mostly the underground with Cave Johnson. I found it weird how you had to search and search and search for that one portable, yeah, let's go with that, portable wall in every single big chamber, which just leads to another big chamber that's even bigger, and there's an even smaller portable wall. It's just like Valve said, hey look, we got a big room. The way out's over there, but you need this one specific spot that we're not going to tell you where it is. Anyway, enjoy the scenery. And I didn't really think it was unneeded. Let's make some. I know it's probably just for game time purposes, but still, Jesus. And then next, Valve, like I said before, wants to show off their physics system like crazy. Look, we got Havoc, or I don't even know what physics system they have, but we get it. It's awesome. We can already tell by freaking the very first 5 minutes will tell you all about the physics system and how awesome it is. Momentum, perfect, spot on. They had that in Portal 1. I don't need to really talk about it. On to the gameplay. The game's damn story driven. Unlike the last game, Portal 1, yet again, I shall mention that forever and ever and ever. It's story. Portal 1 was puzzle driven, while this was story driven. In Portal 1, you never even needed a voice to talk to you. You only got a few quirky one-liners from GLaDOS at the start and end of every chamber, and then the plotline just escalated and exploded into a fight with GLaDOS. You would have never have guessed. Like, right at the beginning of the game, my first intention was, get the fuck out. Duh. Alright. Now, real gameplay. Of course. But, what I don't get, the puzzles in the single player, once you get past the long transitions, are really, really easy on your first attempt. Nothing really causes you to sit there and think about it for quite a long time. And my notes here say story transitions again, because story transitions, God. Oh yeah, the cutscenes, man. The 10, even though Valve does a really good, thing with cutscenes and how they never actually show a cutscene, but you're allowed to keep playing. But still, the cutscenes could have happened a lot sooner than, a lot quicker than they were originally. And back to the puzzles thing. And the puzzles are really easy. I've gone through that. But the real puzzles that really show off Portal 2's puzzle characteristics are in the co-op. But unfortunately, once you when you drop into the game with a friend, it says, "Oh crap, we're in a puzzle game. Let's think about it." Me and my friend, we were stuck for like 30 minutes on this simple puzzle that only required like 2 minutes of gameplay. It made us think. It made us try different options, innovate. But unfortunately, with most puzzle games, it's only fun the first time around. When you're going the second time around, maybe with different people, it's not the same because you're either shooting all the portals for them, telling them what to do, or you're letting them figure it out while they complain at you. So, unfortunately, the shelf life of Portal 2 is only going to last 8 hours with the, well, maybe not even 8 for the single player, and maybe another 2 for the co-op. So, about 10 hours of actual gameplay. But the shelf life only hope to be extended is by adding DLC, story DLC, not single player of course, but co-op DLC. At the end, GLaDOS says we have more work to do. It's hinting at maybe there's more test subjects out there somewhere. And when I mean DLC, I don't freaking mean those stupid hats. God, you people, you don't need to buy them. No one's forcing you to buy them. That's pretty much it. Go screw yourselves. And one little thing I also liked, there was no cake. There was like one mention of a cake, and it was a trap. The cake production storage room or whatever, and it never even like realized that these memes were important to the fans and just shoved them aside and didn't want them to be noticed by anyone. But then it unfortunately introduced new memes like space. Yes, space. That just happened. But all in all, this game is terrific. If you ever got a game, I would say, if you had to get a puzzle single player game, get this game. Excellent narrative. Even though I'm nitpicking, it's a stellar game because you won't learn anything by people telling you it's good. You have to listen to the bad and really listen to the bad. But when I'm thinking about it, and I think a game should only be supported with the single player with a co-op built around it. A game should be only focused on the single player, but with co-op elements. Because if you live in the middle of nowhere with no internet connection, Call of Duty would be the most boring game ever with 4 hours of gameplay, and that's it. So there's my 2 cents on single and co-op. But yeah, game like Left 4 Dead, built all on co-op. Bots suck. And this game does a really good job about having single player only, which is awesome. Just saying. Alright, now for the 1 to 10 scale of my rating of Portal 2. And while many people will probably hate me for this, I can't give it a perfect score. I'm sorry, loading screens were too long. It lost its focus from puzzle to story. It just wants to show you this awesome story and just stand on the title that is Portal. And unfortunately, it has to contend with Portal, the only game of its kind. But everyone knows Portal will win. What sequel in any history is downright better in every single way compared to its original? I know the Star Wars weren't. Like, Dragon Age wasn't. Dead Space wasn't. Mass Effect wasn't. Ugh. So yeah, there's my review of Portal 2. And damn, this is gonna be a long video. But anyway, now that that's over, now to some conclusion business. I will be finishing Dragon Age 2, even though I've stopped to do Portal 2 because I love it. Love it. Jizz. But Dragon Age 2, yeah, it's getting harder and harder to play this game. Trust me, this game won't be getting a high score. And for good reason too, not just because I loved Origins. Gotta say, BioWare, my favorite, downright my favorite gaming company ever. I have 4 of their games on my desktop right now. Can't wait for Mass Effect 3. But as this Let's Play door closes, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next. I've been tossing it in my head for a while, and The Sims 3 Generations is coming out soon. But I probably won't be Let's Playing that. I'll be doing gameplay videos here and there, my first impressions, maybe my teen finally going into prom or whatever. I don't even know. I haven't read up on the details in the game, but apparently it's supposed to be awesome. And something else I wanted to do. A while ago, me and my friend Shadow Dijini stopped playing Dead Space. And I want to bring that back. Even though some people might be all like, oh no, I want him, he's the whole reason I watch, even though there's like 10 people who watch the videos at max. But I'm going to be continuing that by myself and hopefully finishing it really soon. Now, for the third game I'm thinking about is the Sims predecessor, well, not predecessor, made by Maxis Games themselves, Spore, the animal creating creature game thing. I don't even know how to classify. My screen went black. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing Spore since it looked like I have fun playing Spore, so why not? And it'll be over 50 parts if I actually want to do every single thing in that game. Getting to the center of the galaxy, destroying Earth. Yes, you can destroy Earth, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, look forward to that if you want to. If you want me to play it, then by all means, tell me. Another game is that PS1 game I told you guys about. I'm really thinking about it, but I haven't tested the game enough to see if there's any problems. And I might as well say it right now, it's Crash Bandicoot 3, or Crash Bandicoot Warped. It's my favorite of the Crash Bandicoot series, besides Crash Team Racing. That game was awesome as well. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot 3. So there's your 4 choices. Well, 3, 4's almost there. Sims 3 Generation, coming out May something. Dead Space, can't wait for that. Spore, and Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. Anyway, thank you for watching this. If you've been watching this, then I love you. There's so many things I want to do to you. Yeah, I made that weird. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my review. Hopefully you're not getting on my case. And if you like me, subscribe. That's like the first time I've said that since my Portal review. Like my video, comment, favorite it. Maybe even check out my friends, Shadow Dijini and Kaifun. Kaifun has recently got back into Let's Playing, thanks to a new computer, and problem solved by me. And Shadow Dijini, I think he's coming to a close on Metroid Prime. He's doing that right now. I'll put both their channels in the description. And so yeah, I'll see you guys next time. This is Rock Leons saying peace out.